knee-jerk reaction. I'll have to go back and watch it, obviously. I think the rebounding is obviously a little bit disproportionate just because of how many shots we missed. They had 17 offensive rebounds, which is not anywhere where we want to be, but we had 13. So when you go to percentages and things of that nature, the 23 differential, I think, goes to the 33% from the field. We made 13 shots in the second half. It felt like even in the first half, we missed a lot of good shots. Even stuff around the rim wasn't necessarily shots. And we've had a few games where we've been up in some things that we've not been capitalized on, has not maybe hurt us as much in the first half because we were playing well defensively or the other team wasn't making shots. Whatever the circumstances were at the time, so be it. It just kind of snowballed in a catastrophic way there in the second half. We missed a ton of shots, the momentum swing, and you felt the confidence dissipate a little bit. You felt the conviction when guys shot it. Some of them felt like afterthoughts, whether they were open and they felt like they had to shoot it or they had missed some shots. I mean, when you look at the box score, there are some outlier numbers there, I would say, in terms of shooting. Not an excuse, it's just a fact. And I think that plays into some of those factors that you were mentioning early on.
You know, Kelvin, Julian started off so hot. Is that kind of a, kind of a mixed bag? It's tough to maintain that over the course of the game.
Yeah, those guys were great. Those guys were great. They made some shots, but they were good also in playing with energy. You know, when you fill up the box score, a couple rebounds, a couple assists, a couple fouls, a couple steals, that typically means you're playing with an appropriate activity level. You know, you want to be able to leave your imprints on the game in a lot of different aspects. And it's funny sometimes when you do that, then the basketball finds you. You know, the shots will find you. And I think those two guys were good examples of that tonight.
Were you good with how you guys performed defensively? I mean, you outscored them in transition. They turned it over 17. I think you were saying.
It's tough to say that when you lose by 20. It did feel like our game plan execution was decent. Again, knee-jerk reaction, I have to go back and look at it, but it didn't seem like there was a ton of breakdowns in our half-court defense. When you miss as many shots as we did, those become, especially threes, almost similar to turnovers. And the game gets lopsided and the court gets slanted and it feels like you're running downhill on transition defense a lot.
Devin's had some tough games of late. Is he pressing a little too much? Or?
You know, Devin's a really good player. He's a tremendous offensive player. People go through that in their career. If I could have any message, which I've told him before, I hope he shoots the ball. I hope he shoots it more. I hope he shoots with more confidence, with more aggressiveness, and I wish he would not care so much. And that's sometimes the problem when you got good guys and people that really want to play for their team. And at some point, you just got to not give a, you know what.
Is that what you, I guess, kind of have to tell a lot of the guys when they kind of hit those, those spells where they struggle a little bit, like even Steph? It's just kind of.
Yeah, I think so. It's a long season, right? I mean, percentages always are going to even out. You know, they're kind of opposite sides of the spectrum. Steph's a young player. I think no one expects him to shoot whatever he shot in the first month, 10% or whatever it is from three. He's a good shooter. He's made shots. He shot almost 40% in the last month. And, Devin is a guy that has averaged 20 points in this league. I don't think anybody expects him to continue to have whatever run he's on. I just know it's not up to what he's been doing historically.
What do you guys do on a day off? Is it just rest, or is it like, hey, let's clean up stuff? Like, what do you guys end up doing?
Different circumstances, scenarios, and situations. I think this trip will be one we'll have to take a step back and think about it. But going into a back-to-back, you got to be mindful of, what's to clean up and what's actually actionable. And we still have a shoot-around on Tuesday. So sometimes it's get away from it. Sometimes it's just film. And sometimes it's getting on the court and getting some work in.
You lost Charles. Is that just a short-term thing?
I don't know exactly what it was. I think he came down on somebody's foot. I don't know I don't even know if it was his ankle or his knee or his foot, but pretty frustrated for the kid. He's put in a lot of work, and again, no one feels sorry for you, and you play with the hand you're dealt. But he's worked really hard. Hopefully, it will be a short-term thing, and he's back soon.